First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Yahweh is the name of who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahawashi is the name of who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Quadash means holy. And that's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today I wanted to go over this news article going into how New York declares state of emergency due to flooding. Right out of nowhere, New York got hit with the flood. Okay, and the reason I'm making this video is because these are signs of the end. Right, exactly like Yahawashi said. Let's get that. Okay, let's get that. Famines, pests. Right, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6, it says, "And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows." Right, and we're seeing that. Now we're seeing Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi turn up on that spiritual level. Right, bring mass judgment on this earth. Right, every single week there's a new earthquake, there's a new flood. Right, every single day, every single week, and it's only gonna get worse and worse and worse because it's been written that way. We're at the end. Okay, let's read a couple articles here. Let's go to The Guardian, if it loads. It says New York City reels after flash flooding chaos and powerful downpours. As flash flooding swept over parts of New York City region on Friday, residents reeled from powerful downpours and surging waters. On Saturday, some localities in Connecticut and Long Island braced for still more rain. While no fatalities have been reported, scenes of chaos emerged as residents waded through knee-deep water in search for higher ground and drivers abandoned their vehicles on overwhelmed highways. In one of the Brooklyn, New York City buildings, residents saw raw sewage seeped into their apartments amid the torrent. Okay, and this is that judgment that's coming upon these people. Right, and ultimately that's because the people of Babylon, right, they've exceeded wickedness. Right, they've gone above Sodom and Gomorrah. Right, above every single society that has ever ruled the earth. Because as it says in Matthew, right, it's going to be exactly like in the days of Noah. Right, they were giving and given in marriage and drinking. Right, the exact same way all these people are just completely unaware what's happening. Just living life on a day-to-day basis and not even discerning the times. Let's get a scripture on that, on discerning the times. Because you'll tell someone that we're at the end, and they'll tell you, nah, you're tripping. You're tripping. All right, but let's read what it says in Matthew chapter 16 and verse 1, and it says, "The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him, that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O you hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times." Okay, and that's exactly the same generation that is here today. Right, you can tell when it's gonna rain, right? When this is gonna happen, when that's gonna happen, just off normal pattern and reaction, right? But you can't tell the signs of the end, right? And we've literally been told them. As we read, famines, pestilences, uproars of the people, earthquakes in diverse places. We're seeing all these things. Rumors of wars, right? Russia, Ukraine. We're seeing all these things, right? Russia rising up is prophetic also. So just discerning the times and looking where we're at in Bible prophecy, we know we're at the end, right? And this right here is even more proof. A flash flood came out of nowhere. Now these people are panicking, right? Climate change. They're putting it on the face of climate change, man. Test the city's infrastructural limits, right? Let's see what else. Rain eases, but officials run the flood risks remain. And it's only going to get worse and worse. We're going to start seeing tornadoes come, right? Floods in the middle, not the Middle East. Floods in the middle of the United States, right? Where I live, Nebraska. We can see a flood here. Right, because Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi can do all things. You best believe that. Okay, so don't trip when you start seeing these things get worse and worse and worse because it's been prophesied. Let's get that. That's in 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, 16. 15 or 16. The labor pains, right? 16. Let's get that. We'll start at verse 17 and actually get this. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Right? Exactly what I just went into. Right? You're going to have all these people seeing all these signs of the end. Right? All these atrocities. Right? These spirits created for vengeance just pouring out their wrath. And they're still not going to turn from their wickedness. Right? They're not even going to take it into mind what's going on. Because ultimately that's their lot. Right? But let's get the point. Verse 37, it says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains could pass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Right? So just imagine that, exactly how a woman gives birth, right, and the kid starts kicking, right? More contractions till he comes out. It's going to be the same way till Yahushua comes back, right? Because what does it say in Luke chapter 21 and 24? If I remember correctly. Let's see if my scriptures are on point today. Luke chapter 21. It was 12 and 49. Yup. 12 and 49, it says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Okay, so it goes to show we're going to enter some times that the earth is literally going to be on fire, and that fire also represents chaos, right? Because of all the things, all the judgment that is going to be happening. But if we go back to 2nd Esdras chapter 16, right, let's get a little bit more precepts here. Okay, we read the women, right, being compared to that. Verse 40, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Right, you're going to have to run to and fro. Right, find how to survive. Right, if this doesn't work, do that. Right, because as it goes into, right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to choose these people's delusions. It's going to be like if you ran into a bear, right, and after you leave the bear, you run into a serpent. And after you go, there's a scripture going into that. Right? There's just going to be things piling and piling and piling, and we're going to be constantly on the move. But like I said, back to the point, these are all signs of the times. Okay? And these people, they didn't expect that. Because, man, let's get that now. Let's get that. Because the thing about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is that he's going to hit when you least expect it. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and verse 2, it says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? That's exactly what happened to these people. Right? Out of nowhere, they got hit with a flash flood. Okay? Flash flood means they didn't see it. Right? It came in a flash, like some lightning. Okay? And let's read verse 6. It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. And that's what the watchmen are doing right now, right? We're blowing that trumpet. We're measuring the time through the prophecies and seeing where we're at, okay? And we know ultimately, before shit really hits the fan, the mark of the beast has to be established, which is the chip. And after that, we're going to see that snowball really start rolling, right? And we're going to see Yahushai, real soon. But hopefully this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. And just stay on point, man. Stay on point, because a lot of things can happen before this year ends. And, we're waiting for that, right? We're waiting for that. But like I said, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. And double honors to the outer bishops and apostles of great mills that taught me this truth. Shalom to your elect. Shalom.